Hey guys, welcome to my channel, Andromedan Flower Witch. Today I'm talking about starseeds and the different types of starseeds. So if you don't know your starseed already, this video might help you realise which starseed you are, because it can actually be a very good experience finding out what starseed you are, helping you to kind of discover your purpose and why you're here on planet Earth at the moment. So I'm going to start off. So a starseed is a highly gifted soul, and they've incarnated into a human body and come down to Earth. They're very old souls. They've lived many lives. So they're quite up there. So if you are a starseed, you might feel like an alien on Earth a little bit. You might feel like an alien and like feel like you just know. There's a lot that a lot of people don't even comprehend. So you're a bit of an alien. So they've originated from other planets, star systems and universes from all over the place. They come from all sorts of different timelines as well. So they choose to come to Earth to help humanity, help raise consciousness, create peace on Earth, just make it a better place for everyone and everything, because Earth is quite a new planet in regards to like the rest of the universe. Earth is quite new, so we're still working on it. So I was going to start off with Andromedans. So that's obviously where I come from. Andromeda is one of the oldest galaxies. So they are very old souls. They've lived many lives and they've done a lot. And they keep doing a lot because they love it. So, Andromedans, they crave freedom. You can't really they can't do a 9 to 5 job in a little office. That will just kill their soul straight away. They can't be controlled, so they're not big fans of government. They think they come to Earth and they think government's a bit whack, really. It's like what, why do people get to tell us what to do, kind of thing. So they're not big fans of government. So people that are usually anti-government and trying to going on about about how it's corrupt and everything, they're usually Andromedans, because they're just they don't like it much. But everything happens for a reason on Earth. So they crave freedom. They want to go around, they want to go on holiday, they want to explore, have fun. They're not really into being tied down. And if you try and do it to an Andromedan starseed, they're just going to go the other way and run away screaming. They're strongly connected to nature. They love animals and nature and everything like that. They love being at the beach and just being around all of that lovely stuff. So that's why they love to travel. They love to see different things in nature and really get a grasp on stuff. So they can be they're usually teachers or guides, so they like to share their wisdom and help other people kind of learn whatever they need to learn. So they're usually teachers and guides on this planet. And then they love reading. They always want to improve themselves. They're always working on themselves, learning more, reading, because they're basically very, very future selves. So they pretty much come back and they're like, okay, I've got to get myself ready for being really up there. So they're very creative and logical. They like acting and writing and anything creative, creative outlet, because they have such a free spirit, so they love to just get that out there. They're very drawn to ancient civilizations like Egypt, Atlantis. Probably watched a lot of docos about it, and that is because in their previous lives they probably were there. They have helped share a bit of wisdom with some ancient civilizations. So they would be drawn to it because they've been there, and they probably get a bit of nostalgia from it, I would say. I love Egypt. I'm obsessed with Egypt, so I know I've been there before for sure. They've not got very big egos, because they're just all about love and peace and union and unity. So they don't feel the need to control people and tell people what to do, because they're free spirits. So they're not really bothered about other people. They're just out there having fun and being free. So they encourage other people to do the same thing. They're very tempted to live off the grid, because that comes back to they don't really want to have to pay loads of bills and be too involved with the government, because it kind of drives them a bit nuts. They just don't understand it. But you know, that's fine. They're a little bit ahead, so that will make sense. So they like to live off the grid. They want to grow their own veggies, have solar panels, live in the middle of nowhere, not around too many people, and like not dealing with too much of like the mainstream. They kind of look at other people like in the mainstream, and they're like, they kind of see like brainwashed people, you know, they just don't understand it. So they'd rather live away from all that, off the grid, doing their own thing. And their mission is peace on Earth. They just want peace on Earth. They're just here to share that wisdom, help raise consciousness, and create a lovely Earth. And then in the end, it will be a lovely place to be for anyone and anything. And that is pretty much sums up an Andromedan starseed. So let me know what you think. So next starseed I'm going to move on to is Sirius. So Sirius from Sirius A. It's the brightest star in the sky, and it's a blue planet. It's a water planet. So lots of like dolphins and whales. Like these people are very drawn to like water and dolphins and whales, and you know, Sirians are usually like mer people. So yeah, if you like water and you love being like a mermaid and you love like water animals, that would make sense for you. So they've visited many times. They've visited Earth many times over the years, and they've you know, they've shared their wisdom with a lot of ancient civilizations as well, and they've helped them to kind of like, you know, develop and get their ideals and stuff like that. And their desire is to realign planet Earth with love and harmony. Like all the starseeds are quite similar because they all kind of have the same sort of mission. They're very highly evolved beings, and they're just here to like help raise Earth consciousness, make Earth an amazing planet basically. But yeah, their main mission is this love and harmony, and they want to help humanity become a guardian of the planet. So they want to help this planet, you know, get like just better guardians, I guess, you know, like because you know, over the years, like humans have kind of like, you know, they've hurt the planet a little bit, you know, they're a little bit destructive. So they want to make us the guardians of the planet. We protect the planet, we look after it, and we live happy, harmonious lives here. So that's kind of what they want. They're very spiritual and uncomplicated, very like open-minded people. There's not like, they're not complicated, they're just spiritual, open-minded, and very calm, nice beings. They're very well adjusted, very peaceful, so they're just happy, they're just peace and love. That's all they are really, you know, peace and love. Very task orientated, so they get the job done. So when they start a job, they finish it, very determined to get all their tasks done. They can have difficulty expressing their feelings, they can be quite quiet about that, and they honour their own truth, so they don't push their ideas onto other people. You know, they'll have their own ideas inside, but they don't push it onto other people, they don't force it. They just kind of encourage stuff, you know, and but they're happy to change their ideas if they feel the need to, or if they've learnt something new, they're quite happy to just change it and just honour their truth in that way. They can be a bit emotionally repressed, so they're, again, like not showing their emotions and stuff like that. They don't really like confrontation, so you know, they try to avoid anger, confrontation like the plague basically, because they're very harmonious, peaceful people. They don't like to feel like rocked up. Yeah, that does them in quite bad. Quite daydreaming. They're big daydreamers, you know. They're just like, oh, you know, just going through life like little daydreaming, peace-loving people. But when they trust you, their personalities do come out. So they can be quite quiet at first, not share their feelings. But when they get to know you and they trust you, their personalities become like quite quirky and fun-loving, and they're quite fun to be around. Very peaceful people to be around, really. They love cats, dogs, whales, and dolphins. That's what they love the most, because it makes them feel relaxed, reflective, and gives them like otherworldly memories, especially being from a water planet that's all about like dolphins and whales and everything like that. So yeah, that is the basics on a Sirius starseed. So next one is Lyran Starseed. So these guys are very old souls, of course, so as usual. So they contributed to Lemuria and Atlantis. They come from a number of planets linked with the Lyra star system. So they're quite far away, 400 million light years I think it is, but yeah. And they They exist in thousands of planets and galaxies, and they're pretty much here to help us realize our true nature, which is basically the same thing really, just raise consciousness, help us become better guardians of our planet, and to get on a lot better, peace and love and all that harmony, you know. Very adventurous people. These Lyran Starseeds, adventurous. They're not very fearful of the unknown, but I would say most Starseeds are like that, because they know that there's nothing to fear. Like, they feel no fear, and they're very adventurous. But Lyrans are very adventurous and no fear. So they're probably the kind of people that like love to like climb mountains and jump off the edge of a mountain in their, like, you know, the squirrel gliding suit. They do all that kind of crazy stuff because they don't care. They're not scared. They just love adventure. They go crazy. So they don't really understand why other people are scared. Like, even I come across people like it, like, you know, oh, my anxiety is really high because you just don't know. You just don't know what's going to happen. And it's like, yeah, but if you knew what was going to happen all the time, wouldn't that be a bit boring? Like, life would be pretty boring if you knew what was going to happen all the time. But like, these guys look at people that are like are very fearful of stuff. They're just like, they just don't get it. They don't get it. They're too busy jumping off mountains and like flying bloody like planes around in circles and stuff. So they don't really understand other people that might be a bit scared and fearful. But yeah, you know, they can come across as quite serious, but they're not. They're just like, they just have a bit of an aloof nature to them. They're hard workers, very hard workers, always getting the job done and going hard. They've got a lot of energy, these Lyran people. They're natural leaders, so you know, you get a lot of like Lyrans that are like in a leadership role, and they're quite good at it because they're not very egotistical or anything like that. Very drawn to the stars, but yeah, that's another. All the Starseeds are kind of drawn to the stars, aren't they? Because they all come from there, so of course. So yeah, they love it. They love the stars. They're a good problem solver as well. They're just very they're very smart and intelligent, these people. They believe in human potential big time because they are here to help humans, like, you know, really raise consciousness, and they know that they will. They don't doubt it. They know humans will get there. They're still young, so they're still growing. But yeah, they really do trust that humans they'll be okay. So people tend to trust you when you're a Lyran, because I guess it's that leadership kind of role, and they gravitate towards you, you know, and they sense your wisdom and your intelligence, you know. So Lyrans dislike authority, because I guess authority is kind of like an egotistic kind of role, you know, if the wrong person is anyway, you know, so they're not big fans of that. Especially if they're good leaders and they lead in a way that isn't very egoist, you know. So they're quite quiet and reserved, quite introverted, but yeah, like they just need to warm up to you. But yeah, they're quite introverted. They'd rather be alone. They feel more energized being alone, and they're very independent people. So yeah, they are the kind of people that people would look at and be like, oh yeah, they're really weird. They do weird things. They jump off buildings and they jump off mountains and they don't talk to anyone. They're a bit like that, really. Very independent people, and they are quite drawn to cats and birds, because Lyran people, like their original look is they look a little bit like cats. They got a very feline look to them, and a bit of a like kind of bird look to some of them as well, avian look. So that is Lyrans in a nutshell, basically. So we got Pleiadian Starseeds now, evolved millions of years ago, and they offered the genetic blueprint for the first humans that developed in Lemuria and Atlanta. So Pleiades star cluster is a constellation of Taurus, 400 million light years away. I had to write that one down because I was like, oh geez, that's a big number. But yeah, so they are pretty much like the original. They kind of provided the original DNA for humans. So they're quite sensitive, joyous, compassionate. They have a desire for peace and happiness on Earth as well, because they're all about that, aren't they? They're very happy-go-lucky, and they've got very kind, calm, and light energy. So that's nice, and they're just very soft people, So they're a bit emotionally repressed as well. They don't show their emotions, and they can be a bit of a people pleaser. So they ends up being other people's emotions end up being more important than their own. So you need to watch out for that. If you're a Pleiadian Starseed, then you need to watch out for that. So they can be a bit they're like emotional sponges too. So they get pretty much ill around like anger and you know, and tension. It just makes them feel ill. They can't do it. So because they're so happy and light and calm, you know. So they're healers. So they nurture souls of others, bringing a sense of peace. So that's lovely. Pleiades are very nice like that. They're very light workers. So they usually probably are healers or psychiatrists as well. So deeply intuitive, pretty much psychic as well. So good communicators and good listeners. So yeah, they probably are healers or counselors, and that's probably like the main reason they come here is just to help out humans in that way. They seek spiritual answers when they're quite young, so they already are asking like the big questions. They're really interested. So, and you know, they just want to like improve themselves, improve other people, and be there for people as well. So they're really good. They're really good. Very light and calm, happy-go-lucky people. So that is a Pleiadian Starseed for you. So they're a bit prone to escapism, probably because like they can't deal with like, you know, bad energies very well, so they can get stuck into addiction sometimes, or like just immersing themselves in like fantasy stuff, you know. So they might do that sometimes just to get away from it. So because they're pretty much a sponge, like it's very hard for them to like ignore like bad juju basically. So, and they're mostly female actually, so that's quite interesting too. They're very like feminine and beautiful, so very soft, and that's why they probably come out female, because being a female you have to be quite soft, you know, and like calm and gentle and healing as well. So that is a Pleiadian Starseed for you there too. So that's like the main attributes of the Starseeds there for you. So if you're drawn to a certain one, that might be for you. And hopefully these little tips have helped you kind of you know, figure out, like, even after doing this, like, I was like, wow, I really am an Andromedan Starseed, you know, like, even if you know already, it's good to, like, get that kind of, like, you know, get that thing that helps you really think, like, oh, yeah, I was right, I am. So, yeah, it's very interesting. So, yeah, Starseeds are amazing. They're all here to help with Earth and, like, raising consciousness, being there for other humans, and just you do feel like an alien when you're a Starseed, but you're not alone. Don't let it upset you and make you feel isolated. You're just an alien, but you're a cool alien. You're awesome. You're helping with like raising consciousness, and you've lived so many lives as well, and you'll probably live so many more, or go to other planets and help them raise consciousness, or you might get to go back home and have a break as well, you know, that would be lovely. So yeah, that's the Starseeds for you in a nutshell. So I'm going to do some tarot readings for certain Starseeds, because I think that would be quite nice, you know, and help them kind of like, you know, because they're on a certain path, so these tarot readings should help them with that. So yeah, thank you for watching. Don't forget to like my videos and to also subscribe, so you can like keep an eye out for any tarot cards, tarot readings that are coming out, because I've got lots of plans for lots of different ones and lots of different tarot cards I'm going to be using. If there's anything you want to know, like about Starseeds or tarot or anything, you can head to my Instagram. I put lots of different tips on there too. So thank you for watching. Bye.